Have you ever stopped to think about how the era of satellites began? Today we use them for almost everything. The internet, GPS, television, weather forecasting, but it all started with a small satellite launched in 1957 called Sputnik 1. At the time, the world was living through the Cold War, a rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union. Both countries wanted to prove who had more power and technology. And it was in this context that on October 4th, 1957, the Soviet Union launched the first artificial satellite in history. Sputnik 1 was simple, a 58-centimeter diameter metal sphere with 4 antennas transmitting a radio signal. It didn't have cameras, advanced sensors, or any sophisticated technology. But just the fact that it was up there, orbiting Earth every 96 minutes, was enough to change everything. The impact was huge. The entire world was impressed, and the United States was desperate. If the Soviets could launch a satellite, what else could they do? The American response came the following year with the launch of Explorer 1, and thus the space race began. But Sputnik 1 wasn't just a piece of a conflict between countries. It paved the way for everything we know today. Shortly after, the Soviet Union sent the dog Laika into space aboard Sputnik 2. Then, in 1961, Yuri Gagarin became the first person to orbit Earth. And in 1969, Neil Armstrong stepped on the moon. Since then, thousands of satellites have been launched. Some study the climate, others assist with communication, but there was also the advancement of space probes. Space probes are responsible for exploring other planets, moons, and even asteroids in the solar system, collecting important data about the universe. But it all began with a simple satellite, which marked the start of a new era for humanity.